Okay, so the next one is you have a model for sustained success.
Yeah, in property, yeah.
Yeah, the VOFM.
Yeah, so I think a lot of people get distracted, overwhelmed, confused, spin too many plates, you know, start stuff, stop it, start, stop, start, stop, start, stop. And actually there are 4 things if you do in property, specifically, but consistently, and they're easy, you will get successful. And they are simply 1, maintaining the number of viewings. You know, people get really excited, do loads of viewings, a few weeks later the viewings drop. Oh, there's no properties on the market, or they get distracted. You've got to keep the viewings up. Mark still views to this day, and he'd view anything he could. You've got to view even when you're not necessarily in the market for buying, because you've got to show the agents that you're still in the market. You sometimes got to view stuff you don't necessarily want, because you want anything if it's the right price. So, you know,
it's building a pipeline.
Well, exactly, and it's getting out there and getting seen and getting known, and yeah, deals will come to you in 6 months. Mark will tell you sometimes he's had deals that have come to him 2 years later.
Really?
Yeah. So
we've agreed deals that have taken 2 years to complete.
Yeah. So you've got to keep if anyone's watching, you'll know if you're making good progress because you know you're doing a lot of viewings, and you'll know if it's started to slow. So get your viewings up. Yeah. The next thing, O, is offers. There's loads of people who go out there and view 30 properties and don't offer any. Because, you know, well, I've got to get the perfect price, I've got to get all the money out, I've got to get 30% BMV. You've got to put a decent amount of offers in, and it kind of sounds like common sense. But if you don't want the deal, put a low offer, because any property works at the right price. And make sure you, on a percentage of your viewings, maybe 25% or something like that, you put offers forward. If you haven't yet got the finance, you still put offers forward, because you could put an offer forward and it gets declined. Or it gets accepted, but it can still take months to get the property. Third thing, which is finance. So the F is finance. If you haven't got access to finance, you don't do the viewings and don't do the offers because you don't feel like you've got access to finance. So getting your credit good, you know, getting access to loans, you know, whether that's, you know, you got on your Barclays app where you can just click and get your 25 or 35 grand loan, you know, getting JV partners, private investors, you know, Mark, through him and his family, you know, we raised money in the early years, having good bridging contacts, having good commercial bank contacts, being liquid. And then the final thing, which is the boring bit, which has to be done, is M, which is management. You can buy good deals, but if you don't vet tenants properly, you don't get properly inventoried, do good tenant checking, look after the tenants, look after the property, or if you're doing, say, service accommodation, you know, manage that well as a business, then what started well will start to decay.